Aries, May 31st through June 6th. This is your weekly reading. We're seeing what is the most important thing that manifests for you this week. And this is going to be a week around your private life, something becoming very loud, something that you've been feeling, someone, maybe something from your past, somebody who feels pretty close to home. And I do my readings based off the astrology as well, too. So this is coming through pretty loud for you. So let's take a look at the energy this week. And I have the Queen of Cups here at the bottom of the deck, which is giving me the idea that Cancer energy is really around you. There's a lot going on in the transits right now with Cancer energy too. So this is bringing things back home. This is processing how you truly feel about yourself, someone, your home, your environment. And processing your emotions really on a deep level. So you are being asked to really sit with what's going on, what you're questioning, what you need to know about something or someone, and how important it is to you. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is showing up for you. There could be somebody influence in your life right now. It could be a feminine energy. It doesn't have to be, but it does show a person around you of importance that could be showing up in your life. Now, the weekly energy, I am seeing the Eight of Swords here. So I can see that something's been on your mind. This could be very deep for you, some doubt. Maybe you're doubting a choice you made. Maybe you're starting to doubt, your living situation. Maybe you're doubting, you want to make a choice. You want to change something in your life, or you have a lot going on at once and it just feels a little overwhelming. So let's see what's manifesting for you this week, and what kind of energy is showing up, how others may be showing up for you, and any advice for you this week. And I see the Page of Pentacles, which is often great news. You have the Page of Swords too. So you have a lot of people around you this week. And there could be things around children. There could be a new job, a notice. Maybe you're receiving a notice around your home this week. Maybe there's some information that you're hearing about something you need to purchase as well too. Somebody here, maybe thinking about buying a new home, and this can also be job and working, right? Maybe some of you are thinking about a new position and there's some information coming in around that. Lots of people. So when I see lots of people in your reading this week, it could be people around you that are also going through some of the things that I'm reading for you. So you could be picking up what's going on, and maybe you're wondering, you feel stuck. The Eight of Swords is your energy. You're maybe feeling like somebody's acting different. Somebody's not saying something. Someone's hiding something from you or holding on to something and won't let go. And it's making it so you can't make a choice, or you can't move forward, or don't feel like you can express yourself. All right. So there is a lot of sitting with what's going on, because other people might be dealing with situations that are projecting onto you, and they're triggering some of your deepest fears. And I've seen money. Money is definitely an issue this week. It looks like some good news around money. And I do see messages, communication, something trying to come through for you, which could be information that is very valuable around your money, or around a new job or a new situation, like I said. But if you've been waiting on messages and they've been delayed, this is where, if somebody's been thinking about you, right? This Cancer energy, we're going more into feelings. And if somebody's meant to be a part of your home, or somebody is missing you or feeling and been thinking about you, these feelings are going to be amplified this week. And when feelings get amplified, that's when we take action. Most people react from their feelings, not just their thoughts, And so something's finally set in with somebody. Somebody's been thinking, somebody really actually wants to physically take action towards you this week. So this is going to be a week where there's movement, maybe around the home, and people coming home, people wanting to hang out at the home, or making plans to, be a part of each other's home. All right, so it's a very deep week. It could be just planning. There could be a conversation you didn't see coming. You weren't even, you had a feeling, but you couldn't explain it. And now it seems to be something is actually moving for you physically this week, around the home. Now, this could even be some of you that have very peaceful energy, peaceful life. You're not even worried about anything. You're just here to say hi, welcome to my channel. This can be thoughts of upgrading your foundation, thoughts about renovating, and changing and making room for somebody coming home. There could be a child entering your life, a relationship who has a child. So let's see how others may show up for you this week. People in your personal life, looks like things are coming together, okay? This is people that are all orbiting around you. It feels like people you've collected in your life. It could even be somebody from your roots, somebody that's friends with your children, if you have children, somebody that you're friends with or talk to on a regular basis. But I'm definitely seeing a lot going on here around the people that are around you. And if you've been trying to bring all the pieces together or make a plan, somebody could be coming around to finalize some details this week when it comes to relationships. Now, I'll pull a card specifically for love, and before I move forward and see what's going on with love. I don't know if I usually do Aries through Pisces for this portion, but I could pull a card to see what might go for each zodiac sign. But things are coming together, and it looks like a huge accomplishment, or somebody around you could be accomplishing something. They may surprise you. They may want to have you be a part of it. You might be the first person somebody reaches out to and expresses, hey, things are coming together for me. I finally can make this move. I can finally plan something with you. I can talk to you or asking you for advice. All right, so there's a lot of information and people bringing it to you. Now, this could also be, they could surprise you, by following through with plans, following through with something they said, or traveling, making plans to travel to see you. Right? So there's a lot of big manifestations coming in. What is your advice and what should you do with this? I see the Hermit card. It does feel like a week where Hermit mode is valuable for you. It is processing your emotions, processing your feelings, and taking care of yourself. Maybe some of you just want to be home and nurture your family or your friends or yourself, and have people come over. Right? People around you could be doing a lot of things, and maybe some of you are just in this mode where, come over if you want to come over, or just, I want to figure out my own path, or I want to just kind of be introverted this week. So it's okay to separate yourself a little bit from other people, because it looks like you're doing your own thing this week, but it looks like a lot of people are coming home to you. And I believe after these transits, you're going to see who is there for you, who really is there for you. Now, it's going to start with the pages, which is always a new beginning. And we can see new people coming in too, as well. If some of you, maybe some new people coming over, new people talking to you, somebody in your awareness. But if you're dealing with somebody, a love situation, and I do see a conversation that gets things started, somebody here, wondering what you're up to, where you at. So things are really starting to unfold this week when it comes to movement. Now, Aries through Pisces, real quick. Think about the person that's on your sign, and let's see what kind of energy you may see. Now, this may give me a sign whether or not somebody is all in with you this week, or what kind of movement they may show up in. All right, we have Aries. I have 3 of Swords, right? So I can feel like you're processing some feelings. Maybe you're feeling like something's not working out. Somebody's made a choice to separate. All right, so there is a situation here that might be still on the mends or healing. If you're separated from another Aries, there could be a third-party situation that is still involved. So it could be a complicated situation. This doesn't determine the outcome, but it does show that you may be processing some disappointment this week with another Aries. Taurus, I see the 2 of Wands. So it looks like Taurus is already in this with you, and Taurus is wanting to make that move. Now, if there's any hesitation, it could be because they're still closing off something from their past. Gemini, I see the Wheel of Fortune. So you see a Gemini coming around, definitely wanting to go with this. A lot of movement, positive movement here. So enjoy the ride, right? There's a turning point happening here with a Gemini. Now, you guys have business together, so you may be learning a lot from one another. Cancer is definitely home for you. It looks like they want to be home. They feel you. You could be inviting them over. This could be one of these moments where you and Cancer just feel like, all right, we're doing this. They are part of your family. They definitely want something more with you. Leo, Four of Pentacles. So Leo's still hanging out too. And it looks like you guys could be investing more time or building a foundation, even if it's slowly, even if you feel like they're slow to open up their heart. They're definitely feeling secure or starting to feel more secure in this situation. Virgo, Ten of Swords. You may end something with a Virgo, right? You may finally have clarity and pull away from a Virgo and just realize that enough, so much has been done that it's hard to go back. Now, for some of you, if you're dealing with the Virgo and everything is fine, this card can say, they just got out of a difficult situation, so give them time. Things could move really slowly. Libra, things really going fast and fun with the Libra this week. It looks like, communication picking up, things getting exciting, maybe feeling a sense of pressure at times too, especially if you were kind of wanting to be a little bit more quiet. It looks like you go quiet and Libra just comes in, explosion, right? Scorpio, Five of Wands. All right. So you guys are going to make it, right? I just feel like very competitive energy. You guys may struggle a little bit or have conflict or challenges, or there could be a lot going on for both of you at once. But to me, it feels like you both are tenacious and you will figure out a way through any challenges you may have. Sagittarius is all about making it happen. Now, you may be dealing with a Sagittarius that has a life of their own and does so much and has a routine that they constantly follow, and they got to get things done, but you are a part of it. You may be making plans to connect more often every day. Capricorn, I see Five of Swords. You may still be questioning things. There's a lot of questions. You may get that truth you're looking for this week with that Page of Swords. And sometimes the truth does hurt. You do have the Three of Swords. So some of you are making an important decision when it comes to who are you inviting in your home. You may be questioning their motives this week. Aquarius, 10 of Wands, right? So things are getting kind of heavy with an Aquarius too as well. They may finally let down their guards and express to you what's really stressing them out and what's really happening. It could be a breakthrough week for you and Aquarius. Pisces, I see the Emperor. So Pisces is showing up all about you, ready to get things going. You could be making future plans with a Pisces. I love you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Make sure to comment. All right, Taurus, woo, May 21st through, this card almost wanted to fall out, but I'm not going to take it. May 31st through June 6th, right? We have a big week this week. What's the most important thing manifesting for you? I do base this off of astrology as well, so and I feel like this week it's got to be said. All right, something you say, something you've been working on. Look at this, the World card at the bottom of the deck. You may have been wanting to tell somebody something, and this week is asking you to speak up, and you will see that you may feel less alone. Somebody specifically may have something to say to you as well. Someone wants to talk to you, so I will pull the cards and see what's going on. But there's a sign of relief for your sign. I mean, there's an energy of relief for your sign. And I have the Four of Pentacles, the overall energy. So I can see that you've been holding something or keeping something to yourself. Maybe slowly it's been building up. And it could be around financial security or emotional security in a relationship, or just really feeling like you want to settle in and you can't plan for the future unless you know who's in it with you, who's going to move with you, who is ready to move with you. Are they ready? And people in your life, are they ready to build something that you want to build? Are you holding back and saying yes to things that are really no's? Do you feel misunderstood? Do you just continue to stay quiet and stick to yourself and stick to your routine and just kind of wait always and see how things pan out? So this card can also bring some rooted issues up. It can really start to trigger deeper things in you, even though you may have a smile on your face and still playing kind of peaceful and content. But you can't hold on to this forever, especially if it's really, really been on your mind and people have been asking you, what's going on, Taurus? Where's your head lately? Where have you been? I just feel like you look fine, you feel fine, you're still the same Taurus I want to be around and I like to talk to, but something feels different. It feels like, you know, you're definitely not there, you know, or you haven't been there because you're not feeling, you know, understood. You're not feeling like people really hear you or see you. All right, so this week, let's see what's manifesting for you. I see the 10 of Cups, a lot around family, and who this is going to be a theme this week. It's going to be a theme for a couple weeks, but it feels like, you know, somebody's been thinking, you've been thinking about who's really in your family. You may be thinking about your family, maybe feeling nostalgic. Maybe some of you have been really thinking about, you know, what's my future look like when it comes to relationships? You know, who is a part of my tribe? Who is with me? So this week there is going to be some sort of blessing when it comes to your family life, feeling again together with somebody. But, you know, it's going to take you also, you know, opening up through conversation or going to see somebody. And these are connections. This week is going to be connections all around you, orbiting around you, that are really close to home and that really feel like they're meant to be in your life as well, too. Like you just know it. So a lot of family, conversations, a lot of people coming around you that are part of family, even your local family. All right, so let's see what else is coming through. I see the Moon card. So I am seeing a lot changing with your environment this week, or a lot of talk about where things are going and what does the future look like. This is we have a full moon in Sag, you know, we just had. So it's like, you know, something coming up for you. It's like, I really am feeling uncertain within. I'm just like, I'm trying to trust things, but I really want to make a plan. So this is more about this week, something internal that is just stewing and constantly growing, and you may be trying to avoid it because it's easier to do that and just deal with life and go find something else to do to keep you busy. But this week it's bubbling, it's showing up after this full moon, something that you've got to now take action to do. So say the thing. You know, your voice is the key. You can't keep stewing over something, you know, and it looks like it is about your future. It could even be about a parent or about your mother, about changing your environment, about travel, about moving, about, you know, again, where, what does my life look like in the future? Because is this all that it is, you know, type of energy. So you may be feeling alone, but you're being deceived. And this week is going to be, you know, it's coming through again, feeling more seen when it comes to the people in your life, feeling more understood, but it is about expressing what's going on in that inner world of yours. Let's see how others may show up. I do see the 7 of Wands. All right, so people around you may be feeling a little bit on guard for you. Maybe you're wondering why everybody is kind of, you know, pushing you away at times. This could be part of your anxiety, but it could be a projection, a reflection to what's really going on with you. I've noticed that in my own life. When that happens, I start to think somebody's pushing away, or somebody's might be rejecting, or somebody's being defensive or very guarded as well. But you can see that it might be that somebody else might be dealing with something that they're trying to protect you from, or they're just not wanting you to see what's really going on with them as well. So this is where the conversations between you and somebody else might be getting really deep this week. Somebody may confront you with something. Somebody may finally let down their walls and express their truth and tell you where they stand, right? And this ultimately is going to bring you the 10 of Cups. You will know this week who is there for you, who's standing there with you, who wants to make it work with you. And this 7 of Wands is somebody who's determined, but they want you to know where they're at as well too. So it feels like you and another person may be reflecting on each other. Like you both want something to go somewhere. You both want something to change, but you both may be dealing with internal struggles when it comes to changing your environment, changing your routines, changing your your comfort. Some of you get stuck, in a certain way. And it's like, we've got to push through this. So somebody may actually say to you this week, like, look, we've got to push through whatever this is. We've got to talk about this. We've got to initiate. We've got to move. We've got to make a plan. We both kind of established here something, but now I'm ready to push forward. So now look at Aries through Pisces and see, because this can also be too, a lot of people around you too, because this is your environment. You may be dealing with a lot of people in your close community that may feel somebody's defensive. You may feel or notice this week that people are also confronting you with certain things that have been bothering them. And maybe this will also bring you some sort of relief, that you realize that this energy from other people, this defensiveness from other people, some things may feel like a personal attack, and you're just protecting yourself, is actually other people confessing that, hey, I've got a lot more going on in my inner world than I've been letting on to. So we're all kind of circling each other in the same way. And this is where we finally get to say what we want to say. Let's see how you should deal with this. I see the 9 of Cups. Know you are loved. That's just exactly what I got with that card. Know you are loved. There's a lot of good people around you, and it looks like something's happening this weekend. You may even get invited or go somewhere, because this can say changing your environment and pushing yourself through any loops. Or if you have a plan, you've been wanting to do something, you got to push yourself to go, or to say the thing or do the thing. And you're going to feel very happy and satisfied with the outcome. I do see that you are loved, and you are getting a lot closer with somebody in love, or somebody, your family members or your community are really showing up for you. And maybe by the end of the week, or even the next couple of weeks, you'll realize that a lot of this was going on in your internal world, because you were staying quiet about the way you felt. Now let's look at Aries through Pisces. Think about the zodiac sign that you're currently dealing with, and I'll get a quick message. It may or may not resonate. So if you are connected to an Aries, I see the 7 of Cups. I can see that there's been some uncertainty going on, but both of you kind of feeling uncertain. Maybe we really do need to get something off our chest and make a choice. This week, you could be talking. They've been thinking about you, thinking about where things could possibly go. You're still heavily on their heart and their mind. Taurus, I see the Temperance card. It's time to bring those imbalances into balance when it comes to your life. This is less about you being chill, because you can do that. And it's more about you having faith and, getting your needs met and saying what you need to say, and knowing that you're confronting things that are meant to be there for you to grow and evolve. Now, it looks like you and another Taurus too, kind of finding your ways together. This is the timing seems to be right now for you guys as things start to come together. Gemini, I see the 5 of Pentacles. Right? You may talk about the struggles this week. Maybe there is a conversation. They need to talk to you about why they're disappointed, or why it feels like rejection. Maybe they're dealing with internal rejection, right? They've been trying to tell you they've been struggling with something, and this week they could be getting that off their chest. Same thing with a Cancer. Cancer here just doesn't know what they want. They confuse themselves. It seems like they may give you mixed messages at times. Remember, some of these energies too, you may be deciding, I need to say what I need to say to be happy and defend myself, right? Especially if somebody's being defensive. Your Cancer could be being very, very triggering for you. And this week, you may be discussing that, let's get this off our chest. You're always leaving me kind of questioning the situation, and I want to know where things are going. Leo is coming in very fun, all right? There is an energy, a presence of a Leo. You guys, it could be a new Leo coming into your life too. But it looks like Leo wants you. You may really feel a connection this week with a Leo, where it just feels like they want to make you happy. They want to see you laugh and smile. They want to flirt with you, and they want to have more fun. Virgo wanting to be home with you. Virgo wanting to build something with you. So it looks like you're on the same page when it comes to a Virgo. You and Virgo here making plans. Maybe you don't even, maybe it's unspoken, but you have the Four of Pentacles and you had the Four of Wands here, which is we are establishing something here. And it feels like you have a sense of not feeling alone when it comes to a Virgo. You just feel like they want to be there. Libra, I see the Four of Cups, all right? So Libra here is still showing up, but maybe not able to give you everything that you're needing at this moment, all right? It's like there's love there, and there is love still growing there, but it might not be ready for what you're ready for, and that's the only thing I'm seeing. So it's not that there's not a possibility, but they're in an energy of only being able to show up so much. All right. So this is something that could be ongoing, but it is saying speak your mind and see what happens. Tell them your truth, see what happens, but don't chase this one. All right. They've got to pick themselves up and figure out what they want. Scorpio, Knight of Swords. All right. Intentional conversation this week with a Scorpio. It looks like they really do want to make a plan, make a choice, go. All right. It looks like they want something to work towards. They want to move. They want to go. So it looks like a lot of energy moving pretty fast with you and a Scorpio. You could actually be going somewhere, have a meaningful conversation that really does kind of clear things up for you. Sagittarius, Ace of Cups. So Sag has got love for you. It looks like you guys could be reconciling this week or just talking about your feelings, right? This could even be a new Sag that just is showing you, expressing to you that they are really interested. So, you know, speak your truth, speak your mind too with the Sagittarius. It could really start something. Capricorn, things looking really fun. You go somewhere with a Capricorn this week. Very spontaneous energy there. It's like the chemistry is real. Let's go. Let's have fun. So things feeling lighter with a Capricorn. Aquarius coming back around here. You know, let's give something another go. Let's try something out. There's unfinished business between you and a Capricorn, Scorpio, Sag, Cap, Aquarius. All right. Now there's lessons to be learned and challenges and changes, but something is changing between you and an Aquarius. Pisces, ooh, the Death in reverse. All right. So things are not over. You guys are transforming. You're going through some change. Expect changes, lots of changes. It's helping you grow. It's helping you move. You know, so if you're stuck on something with the Pisces, because the Death in reverse can be, you know, kind of stuck, but you guys are still working through something. And this is where we definitely need to talk about our feelings with a Pisces. I love you guys. Please comment if you enjoyed this reading. All right, Gemini, happy birthday. Let's take a look at this week, May 31st through June 6th. And I also use the astrology as a reference. So let's get into this. I will do Aries through Pisces as well. So this week, we are seeing the Three of Cups here. So this is celebrating who's really around you, who's celebrating your birthday with you, who's hanging out, right? Who loves you, who is showing the love. All right, this is a lot about your worth this week, and you know, being open and being seen and being and connecting with the right people. And it's also around your money too. So this week it could also be questioning whether or not you're getting paid what you're worth, right? And so you may be actually asking for more money, and you could end up being very happy with the outcome too here with the Three of Cups. So I see you around good people. I see some good times happening this week as well. It's like people, you do have a lot of support around you, a lot of love around you. So let's take a look at the energy this week, and I'm seeing justice. All right, so this is where the truth prevails. This is where things come into balance. This is where you see the truth and you can't unsee it. All right, your sun is lit up and you are visible. You are being seen by people. But the real question is, are you being valued by the people around you? And this is where you will find out, you will know. And it's not about talking yourself out of everything, right? Or making excuses about people or things and situations. and going after what you truly want and not second guessing what you deserve, right? So the Justice card is closing some sort of karma, but it's really getting loud before it does. And it says you really need to take a look at, you know, your truth. And this card is the card of integrity as well. Where are you, you know, settling? So let's see what's manifesting for you. The most important thing I see, look at this, the 10 of Pentacles. You know, this is all around your abundance, your life story, your end game, your investments, your family, your soul tribe. This is your career. This is your life path. This is the success in your life. You know, where are you downplaying your successes? Where do you have a story of, you know, I don't deserve success? You know, this is money and wealth. You know, some of you, it could be a mindset that you developed in your family, and you just don't see yourself being wealthy and having this long vision of growth and having the American dream, or whatever dream you, wherever country you're in, you know, the dream. And so I am seeing here, there's a lot around you, a lot of support. There's a lot of people around you, and there's gatherings, and the people, the right people will show up. You'll see who's in your life, especially during your birthday season, all right? And if some of you are dealing with, you know, loneliness, which is an epidemic in itself, right? This is also saying this week, pay attention to who is around you, who is showing up, and who is it that you really, are you underselling yourself? Do you not think that you can be a part of something? Do you need to build your community and grow this week, all right? And I see abundance coming your way. So this does show me success when it comes to money. And this is being lit up for you too right now. So there may be a conversation when it comes to your family, or an opportunity, money arriving, or something coming in that enhances your quality of life. And adds to your future. So maybe it's a marriage energy too, because we are seeing marriage. Maybe some of you a settlement through marriage, or some of you getting married, or you're in a marriage and you're talking about your financial future. Something significant. It's definitely valuable, and it's about your long-term plans and goals. I see a Queen of Pentacles. So I do see a woman, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. There could be somebody around you offering help, support, an opportunity. Somebody here trying to express to you what they see in you, what they think you can do. This could be somebody that offers a new job, or adds to your family, or helps you decide some future goals or plans. Could be a new person entering your life. That could be a love situation. I will look at Aries through Pisces, but it could be the beginning of making future plans with somebody. Maybe you're talking to somebody and you're finally feeling like you can open up and let your feelings out. And if you feel like you're not enough, this is one of those stories that are going to show up for you. All right, during your season, where are you saying you're not enough? Where are you holding yourself back and making yourself small? If somebody in your life, if you're interested in them, all right, this is saying, you know, take an approach, right? Be grounded about it, be confident about it, and talk to somebody. You know, let them know how you feel. This could be somebody in your family that is also loaning or lending, or just helping you grow this week, helping you plan and organize. So how others may show up for you this week, I see the Hermit card. So there could be some tendencies for some people to pull away. Some people may be introverted. You have a lot of earthy energy showing up. I feel like there's a huge contrast here between who really sees your value and who is not valuing you. So if you notice that people are quiet, or pulling away, or being silent, or not saying anything, you know, or there's distance around you, this could be a sign too. Maybe you need to say something, call the shots, or approach this person and see what's going on. But also other people may also be in their own worlds and at a distance. So if you are dealing with somebody who's at a distance, you know, there is a energy here that somebody may show up and say something. You may hear from a long distance friend this week. right? The conversation finally, and talking about, when was the last time you guys saw each other, and maybe seeing each other again. But there is a quietness when it comes to the Hermit, and there is a silence. So there could be potentially some people going quiet, or being quiet around you, and you may have to make a decision about what's actually being offered to you. Is this person showing up enough? Are people, are your friends, are your, feel, who's acknowledging you right now? Because this is an important time. I do see travel too. You possibly could travel, or make plans to travel to go see somebody, or travel to go home. If some of you haven't talked to your family in a long time, this could be a week where that may be surfacing. That maybe you do want to talk to somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time. So let's see. What should you do with this energy? I see the Eight of Wands. All right, this is about honest communication. All right, so this week there could be a lot going on internally. You could be feeling tense, pressure, urgency, and just kind of all over the place. So watch out for scattered energy, and being surface level about things, or just trying to skim past things, or deflect and not talk about what's really going on, because I can see that there is a lot. You may be getting a lot of information this week, a lot of people around you, and just try to see through all of it, right? This does bring in also things moving pretty fast for you. So this week, meanwhile, all this other stuff going on, you may start to realize that other areas of your life are really picking up and things are growing. And receive what's coming in. Let it happen, because some information could be very exciting for you. And again, it could be a financial opportunity, or something about travel, home, going somewhere, maybe even thinking about buying something. So if you're connected to an Aries through Pisces, I want you to focus on your sign, and I'll see what might be manifesting this week with them. Aries, I am seeing maybe you guys are still dealing with something that happened yesterday, or they're still kind of coping with a loss of some sort. They could be missing you. You may hear from them, especially with this card here. They may apologize. They may really feel bad. Something's really weighing on them. Taurus, I see the 10 of Cups. You and Taurus, good times. All right, it does look like, remember, we had the 3 of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. All right, the Death card underneath there says, you'll know who's not in it, who's leaving. All right, and so Taurus and you, it looks like celebration. It looks like they want to get together with you. Gemini, 7 of Swords. All right, so no more excuses this week. All right, no more excuses, no more denials, no more deflecting, no more hiding how you truly feel. This can show up in all kinds of different ways, but maybe you'll realize some truth about another Gemini this week. Cancer's got love for you. Looks like a conversation around feelings this week and it could even be a new Cancer showing up into your life, but it looks like your relationship is deepening and continuing to grow. Leo, same thing. It looks like they really do love having you in their life. They have a lot, they have their ways. They're set in their ways. They do their thing, but I could see them following through with their promise and coming through. And things are moving forward. You guys are just building upon what you have. Virgo, I see things coming together with a Virgo. They definitely are orbiting around you and want to get together or see things come together. So I see success when it comes to a Virgo. You guys may finally know where you stand. Libra, going somewhere with a Libra. So I do see you're going a lot of places, or somebody's coming to see you this week. All right. Somebody really wanting to get past any kind of confusion, misunderstanding, and saying, let's go, let's see where this takes us. I see you. I see the possibility or potential of a relationship here to continue to grow. Scorpio, you got a conversation from a Scorpio coming in. They've got love. They see you being seen by a Scorpio. So you're continuing to grow your relationship with a Scorpio, regardless of how it may seem at times. It's like, it's unique, right? But you guys see something with each other, and it could be, you're finally bonding and deciding to be in a relationship. Now, Sagittarius is still not saying what they need to say. They're kind of holding back. They know something's there. They know they want something, but they're still remaining quiet. Capricorn is ready to build with you, make a plan with you. So you could be surprised by the movement with the Capricorn this week. Aquarius as well too is wanting to make an offer to you. This could be even a gift. You may receive a gift from an Aquarius. Saying happy birthday. And Pisces also, it looks like you got friendship vibes here, but that could grow into something more with the Pisces. All right, so sincere messages and maybe even deciding to make plans for the future. Even if you don't make plans now, you guys may talk about getting together later. I love you guys. Please comment if you enjoyed this reading. Cancer, May 31st to June 6th. All right, we're taking a look at what's manifesting, the most important thing this week. This reading is also influenced by the astrology this week, which you have a lot of energy around you. This is almost like a glow up for you. You're very magnetic. And so you do not have to chase anything. Just show up and let your energy, let your beautiful self do the work. Oh, wow, look at this. Cancer, we have the Queen of Cups here. The overall undertone of this is your influence. You're pulling people towards you. All right. You have been growing, you know, and things have been growing. Your feelings have been growing. Your sense of self has been growing. You're becoming, you know, you're actually starting to show on the outside what you've been maybe changing or shifting inside, right? It's just happened naturally. So people are going to feel you differently as you become more in tune with the new version of yourself that you've been transforming into. So let's take a look at the week here. We got the Queen of Swords, right? So now you have the Queen of Cups energy and Queen of Swords. So we are seeing maybe a couple feminine energies around you. Conversations, you know, and we're, you know, maybe friends, maybe getting together, partnerships, maybe lots of people. This is just indicating that people see you differently. Now, this is also a card of discernment too. All right. And somebody definitely sees you, very attracted to you, because the Queen, like my Queen of Swords to me is just very elegant, very classy, very aesthetically beautiful. And there's just so interesting, like somebody's very interested in you, the people around you. Right? What are you doing? What are you up to? What do you have to say? You know, you're just maybe getting compliments. Maybe some of you have noticed you're getting more compliments. People maybe treating you with a lot more respect. And you just can't not see it, right? You're just being noticed, maybe getting conversations or invitations, places, and to hang out with people, and somebody wanting you, maybe even have somebody who wants to be your friend, right? Isn't that nice when you're adult? Hey, you want to be friends? But this card also talks about discernment as well. And my Scorpio side is always about, you know, discernment. And it is like, who is not showing up for you, don't chase, right? This is where she's not going to chase. You don't have to. You don't, not in this energy especially, right? And it's like, if you start feeling fear or feeling like you got to prove yourself or do something or chase somebody or get some sort of validation from somebody, this is not what the energy is asking you to really step into. All right, this is going to build trust. All right, and this is, you know, this energy that you have is just fascinating, but it's going to either really enhance and work for you, or if you just if you don't trust in it and you don't use discernment and you go to chase, you may be chasing the wrong people or calling the wrong people into your life. Because we can call people into our life, whether we, you know, if they belong there or not, if we want to force things. So what's manifesting for you this week? You have the Fool energy, lots of new experiences. This is a new chapter, the Fool card. This is just a feeling of freedom, a feeling of, you know what, I could care less. I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to have a good time. You know, we get into this Fool energy when we feel comfortable, and we do feel like we feel different. We feel like, you know, I don't have to worry. I can leave the past behind. I can leave yesterday behind. I can leave my worries behind. I don't have to worry about anything. I just, you know, feel good. You know, it's almost like an energy too of just, you know, being okay with yourself. And this confidence to just do whatever. So people are going to be very drawn to you this week, because you have a spirit, a very free spirit type of energy. And this could be a new person entering into your life too. So pay attention to lots of new experiences this week. This can be new travel. This can be, somebody saying, hey, go try this out. And you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go. Very Aries energy, initiating lots of new things. If you have things that you really want to do around the home, outside, go places, go for a journey, go for a jog. I don't know, be out in the sun, right? This is the energy this week where it says, you know what? This is what I want. I'm going to go do it. All right. You're putting out a great energy. What else is manifesting? I'm getting this 10 of Cups a lot today too. So I am seeing a lot around people around you, good people, right? Attracting people, a blessing when it comes to inviting somebody home. This is where home is. Home is where the heart is. You could have somebody new entering into your life that wants to be a part of your home. Could be something around a child this week, something new with a child, something great, right? Initiating, some growth, right? So we see a conversation, but we also see a blessing where we might be getting through some sort of hardship that we've been having in the home. And it looks like people around you really treating you like you matter, like you are a part of their family, and somebody really, maybe even thinking about you and thinking about what you're up to. You could hear from somebody that you haven't even thought about in a while that is like, I just feel this calling towards you. I feel home with you. I feel like I just miss you, right? Or I've been thinking about you a lot lately. I came across your post and I just saw, and you just look so good, and I want to see what you're up to. So somebody could be watching you from a distance, wanting to be a part of your life now, wanting to be a part of, and it could be a feminine energy, maybe a friend, maybe a sister, maybe even a lover, it doesn't matter. I will look at Aries through Pisces. So is there any challenges? How are other people showing up for you this week? And I see the 2 of Wands. So it looks like a lot of people really initiating contact with you. A lot of people really have their eyes on you and wanting to get together, wanting to connect, wanting to go somewhere, maybe somebody inviting you to travel and meet up and go somewhere. So again, I am seeing that this energy here tells me that it's kind of undeniable. It's like you can't deny who's really wanting to be a part of your life, who really cares about you, who really wants to be with you. And so building your confidence when it comes to emotions. And you may be feeling a lot more satisfied and comfortable, with in your own skin too, when it comes to taking care of yourself, confident in how people really care about you. So other people, you may also notice too that they could be a little bit hesitant. This can also be an energy of somebody kind of like, they're there. We started talking. Why aren't they reaching out? Why are they slow to reach out? They could be observing you and just waiting for the right move and not wanting to seem so desperate. So let's see how you should deal with this. I got the 4 of Wands here. So inviting the ones that belong home. This is who is there for you this week, who will be there for you. You're building the foundation. You're calling somebody home. Somebody could return home. And this is cleaning up your house too, right? So always taking a look at who you're inviting in that you don't want there, and who keeps, dirtying up the place that we finally need to let go of. But this is a very happy time for you. This is you're attracting the right people to you, and a lot of people may be coming into your orbit, your atmosphere this week with this energy that you're giving off. So with that being said, let's see Aries through Pisces. Now, some of the cards might be really amazing and take what only resonates, and some may say maybe it's time to clean this one out or deal with something that's been weighing on your mind. So Aries, I see Ace of Wands. So Aries, definitely something got started. You got them pumped. You got them thinking about you. And it does look like Aries could be trying to reach out to you. If they're a little hesitant this week, it could be just nerves. Taurus sees a future with you. We also have another queen showing up here. So you could be hanging out with a lot of people this week. It could be a Taurus friend that really wants to be more than just friends with you. But I do see you guys are actually improving your relationship and maybe making future plans. Gemini, also 7 of Pentacles. So it looks like your relationship is just continuing to grow. They really want to be there. They're invested. And if nothing's changing, that's good. Sometimes no change is good change. And Cancer, look at the 10 of Pentacles. You have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So it looks like coming home and really celebrating with the people that you love this week. You and another Cancer really just find value in each other and find some sort of safety. You guys may end up in a long-term relationship. You maybe already are in one, but it could be this step into a new relationship. Leo, we are seeing the 10 of Swords. Time to say bye-bye. Time to say enough's enough. How many times are you going to let this Leo keep taking up space, keep hurting you when you know that it just doesn't go anywhere? Now, if you're dealing with a Leo and everything's happy and everything's great and you're just curious about something, maybe something's off, it could be they're still dealing with a difficult past, all right? Virgo, the Hierophant. So Virgo sees quality. Virgo sees commitment. You and Virgo may be taking the plunge, right? Is that what you say? You get the Four of Wands here in the Hierophant. You and Virgo, you met for a reason, all right? It looks like they feel comfortable with you. Libra, I'm seeing the 9 of Swords. So you've been letting something bother you for way too long and it's just not clearing up. You can't seem to shake this anxiety when it comes to a Libra. And this week, you may be deciding that they just, with this energy that you have, I'm not going to chase this anymore. I'm not going to, put myself out there anymore because something's just not feeling right. Scorpio, 3 of Cups. There could be a reunion with a Scorpio. There's good friendship forming here. Maybe possibly getting together, but there is some love there. It's like we get along. You could be socializing a lot more with a Scorpio. Sagittarius, you guys seem to be moving past any kind of differences. It looks like I still want to see where this goes. I don't know where it's going, but get on board. Let's go. So things moving this week with a Sagittarius. Capricorn, I see the Empress card, and so they see you. It looks like a Capricorn's in love with you or just very attracted to you. So something growing. You may feel seen from a Capricorn this week. You may finally something manifesting where you can't not know that they care about you. Aquarius, I see the Ace of Pentacles, an opportunity with an Aquarius this week, the doorway opening. You could receive a gift or momentum from them. Pisces, I'm seeing the Magician card, so things getting started. You both want this and being pulled to each other. So some magic happening here with you and the Pisces this week. I love you guys. Please comment if you enjoy this reading. Leo, May 31st through June 6th, this week, a lot of hidden blessings and things happening behind the scenes for you. So this reading is what is the most important thing manifesting for you this week, plus how people are showing up in Aries through Pisces, the person on your mind. This reading is influenced by the astrology, just so you know. Now I see the Tower card here at the bottom of the deck. So there could be a lot going on in your private life, a lot at home, a lot of uncertainties, things shaken up for you, and it just feels, and I got the King of Pentacles. So it could be work related, responsibility related, parent related, housing related, job related, just a lot of internal stuff. Maybe you don't have the answers for it yet, and you've been dealing with it in a person, by yourself, right? And so lots of times we keep things to ourselves and we have all this chaos going on. You may find yourself restless sleep, dreaming a lot, trying to fix things when they're trying to break down. So a lot of things trying to move for you right now. And you may be trying to find solutions or try to fix things because you're in some sort of darkness where it seems like everything might be falling apart, but the opposite is happening. All right. This is a breakthrough energy. This is things that have to shift. So a lot of things happening that you might not quite see just yet. Somebody else could be going through something where it's too noisy for them to be able to be clear for you or give you clear answers this week. So let's take a look at the weekly energy. I'm seeing the World card. So things are actually coming together, but you just might not be able to fully see it yet. Sometimes there's just, you're an energy that wants to make it work. You're the energy that wants to implement or fix or fire, go, I got to do something. But right now the World card says there's a lot going on around you. All right. And sometimes you just have to be and let things come together. And this week here, you may notice that some things are coming together, and maybe you'll have that aha moment where you're like, wow, I didn't know somebody was doing this behind the scenes. I didn't know somebody was talking to this person about me. I didn't know that somebody saw me and somebody thought about me, and somebody has the solution to my problem, or they found what you were looking for. There's just so many ways that these epiphanies will arrive. But also there could be epiphanies that you're having too when you are just letting things be. And if things are falling around you or shaken up and you're in confusion right now, this is when you really just want to be still in the chaos. All right. So let's see what's manifesting this week. I do see the Page of Cups. There is some love here. There could be a new person entering into your life with this card, but also it's just a relationship, something that's going on with you and in a relationship. It seems like where whatever's going on is bringing you closer. All right. Somebody may express how they feel to you this week. There could be something going on with a child too. Maybe your child is disruptive. Maybe there's a lot of chaos that you're trying to keep hidden behind the scenes. These are things that people don't have to know about. You have some uncertainties, and I do see a parent-child here with the King of Pentacles here. Maybe there's a lot of uncertainties of how I'm going to make this happen, right? Or your child's just having a lot of issues. This is showing up here, but it's bringing you guys closer. Now, there's a moment here where you may finally have somebody express to you how they really feel, all right, and tell you what's really going on, because there is a lot of love. What else is manifesting? I do see the Three of Wands. So there is some plans starting to come to fruition. We see progress here with the Three of Wands. We still see some things are still not resolved, or still some things that you're waiting on to come in, but you are seeing kind of some fresh air here. All right. This is where you're maybe seeing now where things can go. So this week you may also notice some openings. You might, some clearing, maybe something is clearing up and you finally have some room to breathe. You may be deciding to go somewhere with somebody, or making a plan, right? Or you're talking to somebody, but now at least you know where you stand and things are starting to look brighter for you. So again, you are sort of in this kind of quiet energy, this a lot, not so dramatic energy, right? But there's a lot more happening than you realize around you that is working for you, that you don't have to control, right? And things are going to work out better than you think with this Three of Wands energy. You are headed to a better place. All right, so how are other people showing up for you? I see the High Priestess. It looks like you have some people here that aren't always kind of saying what they really want to say. Someone's thinking about you more than you realize with the High Priestess. They may be having feelings that they're trying to figure out. They may admire you. They may long to be with you. Maybe there's other situations, circumstances, especially with this Tower card, that says, there's a lot going on, but I'm still thinking of you. I still see you. And maybe somebody is quiet, or people have seemed to pull away from you, but this quiet is giving them more time to long and to think about you and to really feel what it is that they are feeling, right? And then coming towards you finally, honestly, all right? So you may notice too that some people are just being quieter, and that they're holding something back. But you've got to trust that something is real and that it is moving towards you. And the timing will be when they are ready to express themselves. But that silence could really cause a lot of uncertainty for you. And if you react prematurely with the Tower card, sometimes we create unnecessary drama or tower moments, or we try to do something too quickly that we end up making a situation worse, right? Or not getting exactly what we want. So you are being asked to just hold back a second here and see what God is trying to deliver to you. If you're feeling like someone is moving towards you, trust it. All right, so what should you do? I'm seeing the trust, the Hierophant. I mean, this is going to be one of these. You got the High Priestess and you have the Hierophant. This is one of these things where you're really learning faith. You're really learning how to trust a situation to, you know, that you are in alignment and you're trusting God, you're trusting the universe, you're trusting whoever it is, something higher, something bigger than you. And you're trusting the process because you can't quite see everything just yet. And that can be a very uncomfortable energy. All right. So let's see Aries through Pisces, because somebody may be thinking about you more than you know when we're looking at how people are showing up for you. And they may not be ready to say something yet, but let's see. And now this can be, you know, all over the place. So only take what resonates. Aries. Queen of Swords. All right. So Aries really thinking about you and thinking about you objectively. All right. So they like what they see. They really want, they might be just observing you and seeing what you're up to, seeing how you do things. And sometimes they just think too much. They need to think before they actually express their feelings. So you could get communication from an Aries sooner than you think, you know, finally making a decision to express themselves. Taurus just doesn't know what to do. All right. You know, so your Taurus is on the fence. Give it some time. The heart's there. The love is there. But it's like, should I or shouldn't I? I don't know. You know, I just don't know what to do right now. And this energy can really create uncertainty for you, and it can make you feel like you could start preparing for the worst. And don't do that just yet, right? Because it does feel like you have you're calling in a spiritual connection here, one that feels in alignment with you, not a fantasy spiritual connection. It's one that feels like you both really do feel something deeply for one another. Gemini, 8 of Cups, all right? So Gemini may be going their own way right now. Gemini may be feeling like, I need to figure out what I really want from my life, my path. And so it does feel as though you're still kind of in distance with a Gemini. You know, sometimes you just got to let somebody go and let them figure out what they want and not try to force them to stay, because they'll only see why they want to go if you keep them in when the darkness is here. When somebody's wanting to separate or go, they're only going to see why they want to leave. Let that land. All right. They're, especially when it's desperation. Cancer, 7 of Pentacles, right? So you and Cancer, things still look good with you and Cancer, right? Things are still growing, even if it's behind the scenes. You know, you guys are invested, you have shared some time together. You know, you might be on a temporary break or a pause, right? But things are still growing between you and a Cancer. Leo, you got the Ace of Pentacles. So I am seeing an opportunity open up for you, another Leo. You guys this may be one of these moments where it's like, it's small, but it's still something, and it has potential to grow into something real. Virgo, I am seeing some conflict with you and the Virgo. You guys both may be competing with other things going on in your life, and you could be challenging one another. It's one that maybe there's too much going on right now. Just let it be for a second and see if it works itself out. There's a lot of fight there and a lot of passion between the two of you. So this is just a situation that may need to resolve itself on its own. Libra, I see you and Libra actually making progress and moving forward. I mean, they don't know what's going on just yet, but they feel a strong pull to explore the relationship. Scorpio, all about moving forward, all right, working, maybe showing up this week, maybe putting some more effort in. But if your Scorpio has been quiet too, because remember, we have the High Priestess, this is showing that your Scorpio is doing well, doing good, focusing on their routine, their health, just trying to really get things going. And there's a lot of improvements happening here. So when they do show up, it's going to be better than ever. Sagittarius, I'm seeing quiet between you and Sag. It looks like Sag just wants to be by themselves right now. Remember, this isn't going to resonate with everybody. Maybe they're at a distance. Maybe you guys need the distance. But it does show some quiet time. They're reflecting. They're trying to figure out their path. So I do see them still at a distance from you. Capricorn still hanging on. You guys have built something. You guys are already too far in to look back now. Things might be slow right now, but it could be financial issues with your Capricorn. But you guys are still building something. Aquarius, I see an inevitable ending with an Aquarius. I mean, you saw it coming. You know it needs to end. Could be difficult. But if you're dealing with an Aquarius and there's no difficulties, they could be dealing with something majorly difficult in their life. And that's why they're quiet. Maybe they don't want you to be a part of what's going on. Pisces, nothing but a home sweet home with Pisces. You guys building something good here. You guys have a connection, so if you guys are giving each other the silent treatment or you are distant, just know that they're longing for you. They still care for you and they see you as home. I love you guys. Please comment if you enjoy this reading. Virgo, May 31st through June 6th, right? What's the most important thing manifesting for you this week? This is influenced by the astrology, by the way. I did come across something beautiful that just resonated for my Virgos, and it's let yourself be held by the people who have been trying to hold you. All right, so something growing when it comes to your community and the people in your life, your family, your relationships, and belongings, finally feeling like you have a place and you belong. And I see the Four of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck, this really does explain it. You're building this foundation, right? And it might be a little difficult for you at first because you're still holding on to your heart. You're still kind of, things have been showing up for me a certain way. This past year may have been difficult in a way, and you're just really slow to let people in. But this Four of Pentacles is where it's like, let go of this control a little bit. It feels like if some of you have done the work and you have been going through the process this past year, especially internally, it's like you have made it to this place where, you can feel a little bit more safe and relaxed now. So let's see this week's energy. I see the King of Pentacles. Look at this. Now, the King of Pentacles can be your energy too, but it's a Taurus energy. But it's earth, and it says, I'm used to taking care of things myself, right? I'm used to doing everything myself. And I'm always by myself, maybe, and it feels like you're calling the right people in. And right now people are really admiring you and looking up to you because this King of Pentacles energy can also show people showing up for you in this energy as well. So you could have a King of Pentacles showing up in your life, somebody that really gets you, somebody that really wants to build with you. And it's a slow and steady process, right? And same thing with this Four of Pentacles. It's like, they are here. The people that are here for you this week will be, I almost want to say the chosen ones, and they choose you. All right. So let's see what is manifesting for you this week. The Four of Wands, home sweet home. All right. Coming back to your roots, coming back to home. Things getting really happy and warm, and relationships deepening, friendships deepening, your home life feeling good, maybe even making plans about where you really want to expand in your home life. Maybe having people over, maybe your community is growing and you're deciding to go to more events. This week there could be an important event where you're being invited or asked, somebody missed you at an event, or somebody wants you to be at an event. And this can even be online too as well. But if you are being invited places, show up, because people really want to include you in something. You may be being invited over to somebody else's home. So big, important time when it comes to building this foundation of the real people in your life. All right, so what else is manifesting for you? I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles. There could be an important person showing up in your life, but I am also seeing a couple here. If you notice, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. So now you are developing a marriage type energy, where it feels like, all right, we get this, we get each other, and a possible moment here where we're defining our relationship, or something is shifting in your relationship. relationship where you know, maybe have been, you know, hoping for this to happen, hoping for something to happen between you and another person, and this event happens this week, right? And it's leveling up your relationships regardless, right? And it feels very supportive and very much expansive, especially with the King and Queen of Pentacles. It means you're building wealth here with relationships. You're building true love with relationships and compassion with relationships. Now, it could even be a new friend, or some of you could get invited somewhere to somebody's home from a friend, and you could meet somebody, you know, connect with somebody through this person if you're single. So be mindful of invitations and going places. Now, how are other people showing up for you? And I am seeing the 8 of Cups here. All right. So the people that are meant to leave your life are going to leave your life this week, or they have been leaving your life. All right. And it can feel harsh. All right. Now, this is one of these things that I say, when you're trying to force people to be in your life that, you know, go against your higher standards, your morals, your higher self goes against you, and you know it's just not working, and you're dealing with people that don't see you and leave you unfulfilled. All right. You will end up causing a lot of suffering during this time period, because these people will continue to walk away and not see you. It'll be such a different contrast from the energy that I'm picking up around you, the people that want to be with you. If you're hoping and wishing for somebody to change and somebody to turn around, this is not the energy that is going to support that. All right. People who really love you are trying to show up in your life. You know, and you could even be reconnecting with people from your past, your childhood, people you've been friends with before. You know, there is even a lot of that coming in for you. People missing you, people wanting to connect with you. But the people who are meant to leave your life are going to leave your life, and they will be crickets this week. And it could cause, there it is, a lot of stress for you when it comes to, you know, it's time to face the reality of a certain situation. Most people here are just wanting you to be. There is just a magnetic energy around you where the right people are going to call you out this week. They want to build something with you. All right. So let's look at Aries through Pisces. So with that being said, you have a lot of earth energy showing up for you. So Earth could be very prominent for you this week. But if there's, with Aries through Pisces, do not take what resonates. And this does not guarantee the outcome of anything, right? And even if somebody does leave your life, it doesn't mean they can't come back. I'm not closing the door on anything or taking, you know, you have a choice, right? But the Aries through Pisces portion will resonate with this section and will show me who might not be invested as much. So Aries, I see the 4 of Swords, right? Give it a little bit more time with an Aries. You may be struggling with something, but it's something that could bring you guys together stronger. You know, there's healing energy here, and there's a reset coming in, but it is asking you to allow it a little bit more time, because even some of the relationships, people care about each other. There are just situations that we get ourselves into that do require us to give each other a little bit of space. Taurus, happily ever after. It looks like you are very strong with an earth energy, building a possible ground for marriage. All right. They're part of your soul tribe. They want to be there. There could be an invitation this week, meeting families, getting together, you know, deepening your family if you already are in a relationship. But you guys are in it to win it. Gemini, there's a lot of confusion here with a Gemini. I mean, you're trying to question everything. You're wanting to know their motives, their incentive. They leave you confused, mixed messages. I mean, sometimes you just got to surrender to a situation and let somebody go if they want to go. Especially if they're not going to be honest with you. Now, for some of you, the 5 of Swords can be that we just have communication issues, and maybe we can try to work through it. But that does give this is one of the most stressful cards for me as well, too. Cancer has love for you. Their heart is all about you. It looks like Cancer is just all about seeing where things go. You may get an invitation from a Cancer this week. You know, or they're just very active when it comes to choosing you and wanting to connect with you. Leo, things coming together with you and a Leo nicely. So I do see a major achievement this week. Maybe finally you're feeling, you know, they're always around you. They're coming around you. They're around you more. Virgo, I see the Five of Pentacles, all right? So the Five of Pentacles is telling me that you're struggling with a situation. You're feeling like very disappointed at the way things are going on around a situation. You might even be just a little bit nervous to open up or trust, but you are being asked to focus on who's trying to give to you this week, who is supporting you this week. If you feel like your Virgo is not supporting you, that's a clear sign. We may need to discuss it. It doesn't mean that things can't change, but I do see that you feel unsupported maybe from another Virgo. Libra, I see the Tower card. There could be a major revelation or waking up to a situation. So there's some change happening with the Libra. It's unexpected change. Take it how it is. Sometimes it's a breakup, makeup, wake up, whatever. But there is something changing with you and a Libra. Could be moving on from it. Scorpio, I see the Ace of Swords, all right? So we're seeing conversation, something, you know, maybe confronting something challenging. You know, we need to talk about something, but there's a lot of love there. And maybe there's a breakthrough energy. They could be talking to you, inviting you somewhere, or asking you to, you know, negotiate with them, agree with something, and it's a start. We're starting somewhere. Sagittarius, same thing. Ace of Cups. We're starting something with the Sag. It could be an invitation as well. These are all like, hey, you know, I'm here. Let's talk. Let's get together. All right. Something is beginning with you and a Sag. Capricorn, you know, they could be back around, but nothing, you know, it's just cycle after cycle after cycle. And you got to trust how you feel within. All right. You know, maybe you're trying to read into everything, you're trying to figure things out, but you really got to trust your intuition this time with the Capricorn, because it does look like they could be coming back around, but there's still an illusion, and it could be just another cycle. Aquarius, I see good times, friendship, hanging out with an Aquarius. So they may invite you to go somewhere, talk to you. It just seems like some good times with Aquarius. And Pisces, all right? Pisces wanting to get things started. So plans working out with you and the Pisces. They're very attracted to you. And anything's possible there. All right. I love you guys. Please comment if you enjoy this reading. Libra, May 31st through June 6th, right? What's manifesting the most important thing this week? I do reflect on the astrology, and this week it is all about your reputation in public appearance and view. So use it wisely. Let's see what's coming through for you. I will look at how others are showing up in Aries through Pisces for the person on your mind. Page of Pentacles. So it could be an offer, somebody trying to bring an offer to you. This is an opportunity, career opportunity, a way to make money, making plans with somebody. So this is the undertone here. What's trying to break through in your life, right? So some of you have some skills. Some of you, this is stepping up a little bit more than you have been. Some of you have been keeping yourselves in this page energy, you know, very timid, kind of holding back. You know you have more to offer, but you're not showing all your cards, right? So this week really is about that. It's like, don't be small. Don't shrink yourself. This is somebody knows you, wants you. Somebody could be talking about you and talking about what skills you have, what you can do. And this is not being shy, right? It's not being arrogant either, but it's not being shy, and just being known that it's time to step up and put the big pants on. So this week, I'm seeing the Star card for you. You're the first one today to get this. So this is the world. This is things coming to you. This is the bigger picture. This is the shift out of the darkness. And maybe you've been going through some uncertainty lately, but this is a week of alignment and fame. This card does show me beauty, money, fame, and being recognized. All right. So this week, you're genuinely standing out in a crowd this week. You may be recognized at work. You're more visible. Something's happening this week that is leading somewhere. So even if it starts off with this Page of Pentacles, like a slow start, like, hey, an offer, or just it seems small, or somebody's just talking to you about an opportunity, just know that my page is always more to offer than you realize. So something here is going to actually grow into something pretty big in your life. And so the effort that you decide to put into something could really be a huge payout. So what's manifesting? I see the Seven of Wands. You got to push through. All right. This is, letting down your guards. It really is. Not underestimating yourself. If something seems challenging, right, you have the skills to do it. But if some of you are playing small and saying, making excuses or whatever, you may end up kind of blocking yourself from this opportunity. This is saying here this week, you've got to push through. This is confidence, right? You've earned this. You've earned something. Now you may be entering into a new level, stepping up if it's a career thing, or if it's a new person, even love, if it's a situation. This is asking you this week to push through those boundaries, those barriers that you're putting on for yourself. And it's new, and you have the skills that you need to accomplish this, to pull through. So it's also defending yourself this week too. So you may be being asked to actually speak out. Somebody may say something to you, and it's about you defending your work, defending yourself, defending where you stand, defending what you want. I'm also seeing the Knight of Cups, so there could be an opportunity. This could be business or romance here this week. All right, so this could be a meeting with someone who has feelings for you. This could be a person here that is advocating for you because they love you. This could be somebody that you're pursuing, but you really have the brakes on, and you're not really telling somebody how you truly feel. And so you are being asked to, express your feelings this week. This could be the beginning of a new romance. Somebody may be offering you something as a way to show you how they care, or that they're interested in you. The page here also says, I'm only putting one foot in. I'm not showing you everything, but really what's guiding me to you is that I'm in love with you. All right. So don't hold back this week when it comes to this. How are other people showing up for you? And I'm seeing the Judgment card. So people really, really judging you highly this week. People really seeing you, and you're standing out. All right. It just feels like whether it's your bosses, whether it's somebody that you care about, whether it's your friends, somebody here just really sees you as the perfect fit. Somebody making a huge judgment call. And when they're talking about you, they're advocating for you. They're saying, this is somebody that really can go the distance. This is somebody that has a lot of heart. This is somebody that is really good at what they do. All right. So people making, judgment calls on you this week, on your reputation, all right, but they're very positive calls on you that could change the direction of, one, your career, maybe two, how you feel people see you. Maybe there's going to be a huge revelation you have this week that, wow, people really do see me differently. I really do matter to people, especially in my outer world. People really do see me. I may have been judging myself more harshly than other people are judging me, and I'm the one that may have been pushing people away. But this is where this card is saying this week, you got to push through those, insecurities about this and give yourself a shot. So a major opportunity happening here, but you have ultimate decision of where you want it to take you. So what should you do? And I'm seeing let love in. You are being admired this week. I mean, maybe I say this week because I'm doing a weekly reading, guys, but this is something that's forming, and it's going to continue to grow. There's a lot of love here. There's somebody that maybe wants to reach out. Somebody could be talking to somebody else about you who has influence in a situation that is trying to bring you closer to something that you really love or want to do. There could be another person that's trying to connect you with somebody else and they just can't stop talking about you. Could be somebody that's in love with you that can't stop talking about you. This here is let love in. This here is choose to open up and receive the love that's trying to come into your life. So this could be a reconciliation for some of you too. Maybe finally somebody is coming in and wants to defend their position with you. That is a possibility. But it feels like good times, good friends, and good opportunity in a conversation this week with somebody that is going to make a huge difference in your life. So let's see Aries through Pisces. Think about the person that's on your mind, and this may or may not resonate. Only take what resonates. But this week I am seeing the 10 of Cups, all right? So Aries really feels like you guys belong together. All right, whatever that means to you. It just feels like I'm happy when I'm with you. There's a blessing this week with you and an Aries. Maybe you guys are forming a friendship, you're getting through some sort of challenge that you've had in the relationship or getting it started. But it looks like things are coming together this week with you and an Aries. Taurus, Knight of Wands. Taurus, very ambitious, right? So it looks like Taurus here is taking action this week, but also feels the strong chemistry with you and feels that maybe this could even be more of a partnership, work and play, right, with a Taurus. But they're bringing something to you this week, and it could be a date. Gemini, 5 of Swords. There's still some confusion with you and a Gemini going on here. We could find resolution here. Maybe they haven't been saying what they really want this week with your energy up here. It looks like they may finally say exactly what they've been wanting to say to you. Cancer, 9 of Pentacles, right? So Cancer looking good, working on themselves, doing their thing. Maybe they spend a lot of alone time with themselves and they're just, not 100% sure yet about a commitment. But I am seeing something professional here with a Cancer. So some of you, there's a professional link when it comes to you and Cancer getting together and it's bringing you closer. Now, Cancer thinks very highly of you. And also this could be bringing a stronger friendship between the two of you. Leo, home sweet home. Leo wants to come home. Leo wants to be together. Leo feels at home with you. All right, so you have a strong foundation forming. You may be shaking hands, negotiating, or getting together this week with a Leo. Virgo's got love for you. So I am seeing here a Virgo wanting to talk to you, wanting to express, pay attention to how they're making you feel this week. They may tell you they love you. Libra is all over the place. Libra, you got the moon card. This can be very deceptive. It's like you need proof before you go, and you're not always going to have the proof that you need. All right. It's like you need it written in bold or a blimp going across, or you need, to feel certain before you make a decision. And it just feels like you've got to fight through some sort of fear this week that keeps manifesting for you, that keeps showing up for you, that keeps cycling around and maybe holding you back from manifesting in, a situation that you want in your life. Now, you and another Libra, you're mirroring each other. You both are very uncertain about how you feel, what you see. You don't trust what you see. You want everything defined, but it's not defined yet, and it may never be defined. And so sometimes we do have to just, see where it takes us. Scorpio, 3 of Pentacles. So you and Scorpio kind of building a relationship that is, one that could last. All right. So it looks like you guys are just kind of working together, figuring things out. Could be a coworker, maybe you guys are working together and things are still coworker, but it could form into something more later. You do have a solid support system here with a Scorpio. Sagittarius, things still kind of stuck here with a Sagittarius. It just feels like it's not going anywhere. It's like it's still not going anywhere. It still feels stuck. So it doesn't mean that it couldn't. It's just right now it is showing up as you're just kind of hanging there waiting for something to change. Capricorn, you guys could level up this week in a relationship, wherever you're at, whatever's going on. It feels like, very promising energy. It feels like we're good. We're good with each other. Aquarius, I'm seeing a little bit of sadness with an Aquarius. They may be dealing with some grief or dealing with something that happened, still trying to figure out what to do, not happy with the way things are turning out. I do see the Six of Cups up here, so it doesn't say the story's over. Pisces, I see the Ace of Pentacles. So Pisces bringing an opportunity that could change your life. Here, it could be something that starts off small, but turns into something more. I love you guys. Please comment if you enjoy this reading. Scorpio, May 31st through June 6th. What is the most important thing manifesting for you this week? All right, let's go. This is also influenced by the astrology, which is telling me that this is all about your beliefs. All right, so be careful, be mindful of the beliefs that you are forming. I do see the Page of Swords here, so maybe you're questioning a lot of things. Your story is being rewritten right now with the placements that are happening. So watch out for convictions like this has to be true. You may be questioning the meaning or the purpose of your life right now. All right, that's big, and some of you could get stuck on this is it, or this isn't going anywhere, or what's next. But also some of you could be getting insights and messages and communication and downloads about where you're meant to be really headed next, what's really happening, and where you're meant to grow. All right, so let's see the week energy. I see the 10 of Wands. Some of you over it, right? My fellow Scorpios, are we over it? We just need a little more fun in our life, right? It's one of these things where something has to change, It's like you love to be challenged and you love to transform. You love to grow. If things are getting too heavy for you, or you're taking on too many responsibilities, or you're in a job that you hate, or you're in a relationship that just doesn't seem like it gets any better, it's not evolving, it's not growing, or you're single and always taking care of everything on your own, and this is where your beliefs are going to be challenged, and where some of you are like, is this it? I can't do this anymore. I just want to drop this and go have a more peaceful, simple life. So let's see what's manifesting for you this week. I see the 8 of Pentacles. Some of you, there is improvement with work. All right. Something is coming together here when it comes to the 8 of Pentacles. It's a card of abundance. It's a card of your hard work paying off. So maybe some of you have been working really hard, and now you're going to see where the payout comes in, and maybe it will shift your belief about the work that you put in. It wasn't all for nothing. Now, this is commitment, all right? Something that you've been fully committed with. So it could even be, maybe a situation with family, a situation with a relationship, a situation with, your job or kids. And, some of you question whether it's just too much or if it was worth the choice that you made. It's showing that it's coming together here and it is improving. All right. This is also you leveling up. Some of you actually could be looking for a new job. Maybe it's a seed being planted. You do have the Page of Swords. This can be an invitation for a new career, a new job, something that sparks interest, school, right? Or skill. Some of you wanted to do another, go a totally different direction, right? So we are seeing maybe even money coming through a message. Somebody, owes you something, or, you do something for money, or you've done something in the past and you're getting a payout that you forgot about, right? So some of that could be coming in. What else is manifesting? I'm seeing the Temperance card. So a lot more chill energy, things starting to come back into alignment for you this week. The Temperance card for you is, where in life have you been feeling this heaviness? Where in life have you been feeling like there's no opportunities, or there's nobody to balance the scales with me? This is where this week it looks like there's a lot of things coming together here, where things are finally starting to ease up, and you're able to feel some sense of freedom here, maybe even financially, and feel like, things are actually feeling a lot lighter for you with the Temperance card. Your life may have been out of balance. There could be somebody or something coming into your life to help with that imbalance. How people are showing up. I see the Tower card. This is a big one. Let me get one more for that. And I see the King of Cups. So somebody's really shaking things up for you. There's something missing. And it's very active this week with that Tower card for you. And you're not going to be able to avoid it, especially with that Temperance card, if something is out of balance in your life. The Tower card, God will speak, divine will intervene to bring you that happiness that you're looking for, that sense of contentment that you're looking for. So this week there could be huge change when it comes to moving or going somewhere, or deciding to take on an opportunity that you need to take on. So this could challenge you or change your worldview. It could change the way you see things. If something is unstable in your life, it's definitely going to show up. The Tower card is trying to, I'm going to go back to what I said in the beginning, rewrite in your story. If you feel complacent, if you feel overwhelmed, that's not going to work for you. All right. This is where the old has to be cleared out in order for the new to come in. And the Temperance in the Tower card is telling me this is the time. There's no more sitting on it. There's no more, you've reached a breaking point. And it's a very happy energy. I know some of you, it depends on what lens you're coming through, that you may receive this differently. But this is bigger. What comes next is the Star card. So you're being pushed towards something bigger and more significant in your life. No more playing it chill. No more just kind of keeping the peace, to keep a balance. This is about you stepping up here. This is your energy as well. So what should you do this week? And I'm like 7 of Cups. All right, open up to the possibilities that are coming your way. There may be plans coming in. There may be conversation coming in. There may be an opportunity. Maybe some of you have several. You've been kind of going over a few different options in your head. I do, remember the Page of Swords here. So it feels like, conversation that you've maybe had with yourself, or a conversation you need to have with somebody else. And, asking questions, talking to people, checking out these opportunities to change your life or to do things. If it's around a job, right, this is where there's a bunch circulating around you. So something is challenging your life this week that's challenging you to expand and grow. How are others, showing up for you? I pulled the Tower card too. So there are going to be people that really shake you up and get you to open up and, find yourself. Right? People are challenging you to express yourself. People are challenging you to come back home to yourself. And if people are very unstable around you, this is where you're going to be making some changes with people in your life. Right? The instability is, it's time to face truth. All right. So Aries through Pisces. I don't want to go down too much into that, but Aries through Pisces is your love situation. Let's see what's going on. It's all about your beliefs this week, which is why this could be very kind of internal for you. Now, whatever you're choosing to believe about the person on your mind is going to show up in the Aries through Pisces. And if you truly are convicted in a belief around you and your person, that is where things are going to finally reach a breaking point. Like, you either got to move on from this situation and let it be, or finally, change your belief about a situation so that it can grow into something bigger. And that's the 7 of Cups energy too. It's like, what do you really want here? What will bring you more fulfillment? Aries, I see the Page of Wands. I see some fun energy with an Aries this week. Very playful energy, communication, maybe deciding to go somewhere, and some new light being shined on the relationship. It could even be a new Aries coming in. Now, Taurus, I see the Devil card. So there could be something heavy coming up, something that you're extremely attached to, something that needs to be, some truth that needs to be shown in a relationship with a Taurus. We need to crack through some sort of pattern or behavior or attachment that we have with a Taurus. All right. And especially if you're attached to a Taurus that's been, really unhealthy for you for a long time, even somebody that you haven't seen in a while. The Tower card could be asking you to break free from that. Gemini, the Fool card. So we have a Gemini coming in this week. It looks like, let's see where things go, but let's have a new attitude about it. Especially if this is a new Gemini, leaving the past in the past and deciding to move forward and see where it takes you. Cancer, I see 6 of Pentacles. So developing a strong respect and more consideration and effort from a Cancer. You guys are, building a strong friendship here. Even if you're in a relationship, you have a lot of respect for one another. Leo, I see 6 of Cups. So developing strong feelings for each other. You guys are very connected and, very attracted and very, feel very comfortable with one another. Virgo, there could be some disruption with, where things going, what's going on. I have a lot of questions, no answers with the Virgo. So you may be finally reaching some breaking point this week with the Virgo. Libra, Queen of Wands. Libra is all about the future. Libra really attracted. There's a pull between the two of you, and they could be initiating more with you right now, or finally initiating this week. Scorpio, you have the Queen of Cups now. So you got the King and the Queen of Cups showing up in your energy. So something you've been really feeling deeply, the beliefs, your beliefs are becoming deep feelings and knowings. And it's so deep that you just know something is so true. Be mindful of that, because it is becoming a conviction, and that can be a very positive, or it can be negative. If it's a very positive truth that you're feeling, your entire trajectory of your life will shift. But the things that need to go will go. And we finally need to break through this darkness and, start stepping into the light. Sagittarius, all about you, King of Wands, right? So there could be some action, initiation this week with a Sagittarius. Capricorn, wanting to have a good time, right? So socializing, hanging out with a Capricorn, developing your relationship is just continuing to grow, right? Aquarius, right? Maybe traveling towards you, but they still see potential in this relationship. They don't know where it's going, but let's just see what happens. And Pisces, 10 of Swords, you may be walking away from a Pisces. It's been, a long time coming. You can finally breathe. And also Pisces may be going through, if it's not with you, Pisces may be going through an ending that is just weighing on them. I love you guys. Please comment if you enjoyed this reading. Sagittarius, May 31st through June 6th. We just had your full moon, right? So this week, it's definitely going to be a deeper energy. Things coming to light, right? Things that you've been hiding or keeping tucked or protecting yourself from coming up. And but it's deepening your relationships. It's changing things, and it is transformation. So let's see what gift is coming from all this. Strength card here. All right, learning to be vulnerable. Right, the Strength card is all about your inner strength, your courage. So something, this week too is about confronting that vulnerability. Being vulnerable with somebody may unlock the messages, the information that you've been wanting to hear. Not always having to be so strong or, acting so confident, not acting you are, but you know what I mean? It's like sometimes it's just let somebody see the real you. Let somebody see what's really going on. And I have the High Priestess. So there's a lot really, and a lot that you want to say, and a lot you want to confront with somebody. And you're putting on a mask at times just to kind of, keep calm and keep the peace. But, it's time for these knowings and for the communication. It could set you free. It could finally move a situation and reveal the secrets, that type of energy, when we're not holding back from the truth. Whatever you're holding yourself back from, knowing and facing is what is going to set you free. All right, the Emperor card. All right, this is your weekly also energy, and it's establishing a foundation. It's initiating, having the courage to make that plan, make that goal, and step into it. There could be something around work, business agreements, making plans with somebody else, financial, something that takes, takes skill, takes authority, takes leadership, things that if you're a parent, things that you have to do, take control over and call the shots. Right? There could be a new job also or position that some of you are stepping up into, and not being afraid to use that voice, use those leadership skills that you have this week. What's manifesting for you? I see a Page of Cups, so I am seeing parent-child type of energy here. So there could be something around your children, but this is also intimacy in a relationship, and maybe some of you letting down your guards, because the Strength card and the Emperor card can be somebody who is just so afraid to let go of control, right, and be vulnerable. And I have to be in charge. I have to be the alpha. I have to be the one that takes control of everything. I'm responsible for everything. But the Page of Cups is saying, let's be vulnerable, and let's open up to a relationship and deepen the intimacy. Finally let somebody in and soften up a little bit. What else is manifesting? I see the Six of Wands. All right, so some promotion or some status change is also. This could be finally something coming together. You've been challenged, you've been fighting for something, you've been working really hard for something, and you're seeing a little win this week, right? It could be a big win for some of you, but you're being recognized and you're being honored for something, or somebody finally sees you, all right? And this can be being recognized, being seen, for your actual skills that you've been doing, the performance you've been putting on, how hard you've been working, or it's been how much you've been showing up every day for a relationship, and somebody is, seeing you, somebody wants to connect with you. But again, going back to that vulnerability, you don't always have to be on, right? So this week is asking you to soften up a bit. How others may be showing up for you. And I am seeing, you have a very independent person here. Somebody may be offering more to you than, this is, I'm very successful and I'm ready. I'm single and available. I value you. I see you. So this week there could be a strong offer from somebody who is ready to enter into something more deep and build the foundation. Now it could be the start, right? It could be the start with that Emperor card. It's like, we have a game plan, so and it could be somebody returning back that you've been, circling back around in your life, but I'll look at Aries through Pisces. So it looks like people really showing up for you, being real with you this week. And it's requiring reciprocation as well too. So if you want somebody to be grounded and open and real, we gotta not be afraid to open up. So a lot of authenticity showing up for you. A lot of people admire you. So you may notice that you're getting more attention from people this week. What should you do with this? What's the bottom line? The Three of Pentacles. Let it come together. It looks like you're establishing the foundation here with somebody, or the people in your life, even coworkers, or you're building something upon something at work. It looks like you are actually improving. And this is where you can see something that you've been working on. You'll be recognized. You may even get a pay raise. You could get somebody here telling you, I want you to step up and take on more responsibility. All right. So huge investment when it comes to changing money or shared monies, bringing home more money. And also I'm seeing here as well too, the Three of Pentacles is saying, if you are currently okay and you're in your relationships, this is saying you guys are coming together, you're making it work, you're figuring things out. And this can be a contract too, or collaboration for some of you as well when it comes to work relations. and fixing things around the home. I don't know why I wanted to say that, but fixing things around the home and get into the projects that you need to get done. Some of you, it could be about spending some quality time by yourself to get these things done. So let's look at Aries through Pisces and see, you are seeing somebody here that's getting ready to open up emotionally and wants to deepen the connection. It's all about intimacy here. Aries, I see the star card. So you're seeing the light after the darkness. If you've been going through a period of uncertainty, it looks like things are coming together and they really want your attention. That gives me the Six of Wands energy too. There's just something about you. You stand out from the rest. And, they're starting to see the future with you. You guys are in alignment. Taurus, the Six of Cups, you both really want to be around each other. You love being around each other. There's no place like home. There's a feeling here, even if they're new. So you could be getting together. They could be reaching out. Maybe you're reaching out to them. But I do see that you both are seeming to be more open with each other and softer with each other this week. Gemini, there's still a little bit of uncertainty here. They may be still dealing with something that's let them down, or they know they let you down. Things are not turning out exactly the way you want to with them. So there could be some space between you and a Gemini. Cancer, I see the Fool. Let's give this another go. All right. So coming back around, or Cancer entering into your life, it's just the start. But there is sort of a lack of commitment here right now. It's sort of, let's just see how things play out. Let's test the waters. Leo, getting ready to reach out to you. You already have their attention. All right. So Leo plans, it looks like you guys are moving forward with the connection, and things are still improving. Virgo is still kind of uncertain. They feel you, they want this, but they just can't seem to make a decision. All right. So you are dealing with kind of, I'm on the fence here. You may still be dealing with that energy this week with a Virgo. Libra, the 10 of Wands, it may be getting too hard, too difficult to hang on. It's too stressful. You may end up, there could be a breakthrough for some of you. I will give you that. But at the same time, the 10 of Wands says that this just might be too much work. Scorpio, you and Scorpio leveling up this week in a relationship. You both are on the same page. You both want the same thing. Sagittarius could be distant. You have the Hermit card, right? But this could also be with that energy that I was giving you up here. Maybe some of you have gotten cold or withdrawn or just more detached as you got older. And this is asking you to open up. Maybe people are reading you as being kind of set in your ways or distant. So you and another Sagittarius could be keeping each other at a distance, or you're still at a distance. But the light's still on. That is the star energy. And there's still potential, so don't lose hope. Capricorn, I see communication. They got their eyes on you. They like what they see. Aquarius, you and Aquarius getting together. You could be forming the foundation of a long-term relationship. And Pisces, Queen of Wands. Well, I like what I see. You got your energies all over a Pisces. You're all they're thinking about. All right. So you could be making some future plans here with a Pisces. All right, guys. I love you. Make sure to comment if you enjoy this reading. Capricorn, May 31st through June 6th. Let's take a look at the most important thing manifesting this week. And this is influenced by the astrology as well, which tells me that love is going to be loud for you this week. All right. Your partnerships, your person. Something's been building between you and another person. And I look at the Tower card, the Three of Swords too underneath that. So something unexpected that's really shaken things up in your world when it comes to a relationship. Finally, something moving, something being revealed, something that's been weighing on somebody. And this could also even be a wake-up call, finally opening up and having the conversation about what's been happening and how can we bring more stability to the relationship. Is it time for us to take the next step and talk about what's been happening? So let's see this week. I see the Knight of Pentacles, Virgo's energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And it's like, overall, it's coming together. You have an earthy energy, somebody who is very significant, very a strong potential in your life, somebody who wants to build something, and paying attention to acts of service this week, because this looks like somebody who may express themselves through what they do for you more than what they say. All right, so somebody could be wanting to improve the relationship and restructure or rebuild with you this week. Now, this person wants to put in the effort long term. It feels like, all right, if things are a slow build, or, you know, this person just keeps showing up, it looks like they're trying because they see the value in the long term. So let's see what else is manifesting for you this week. I see the 9 of Wands and I see the Lovers card. So the end to some sort of setback or struggle that you've been having in a relationship. It looks like somebody may finally give in, and somebody may warm up or open up and express in a new way how they feel. Maybe they've been trying to show you, or something's been weighing on them, but they have a hard time vocalizing exactly how they feel. But to me, the Lovers card is, you know, they're feeling very emotional this week, and feeling very drawn to you. Maybe you are the person that brings them some sort of relief. Now, this could be somebody that's coming into your life too, guys, that is carrying a lot of weight from a situation that they just came from, you know, or you guys, you met, you connected, but it was difficult, and now they want to give something another go. All right, so it looks like they're stepping forward because it's weighing on them, and they really feel, maybe they didn't realize that they were going to feel this strong pull towards you. But either way, we're seeing a conversation, and you were the first one to get the Lovers card today. So this feels like this week you should really feel like your person sees you. Your person is being more open, more receptive, more given more effort, and expressing in some sort of fashion by giving or doing something that they love you. They feel a match with you. They may have felt unclear before, but it looks like they're resolving that, and the setback is over. So a lot of expression this week. And, you know, this here with Virgo energy too, the Knight of Pentacles is very social. They're going to talk, you know, they're definitely going to express themselves. So how are others showing up for you? And then there's the 7 of Wands, right? Very expressive. Maybe somebody's coming in to defend themselves. All right, this is why I said something. This is why I did something. You know, this is really hard for me, but I'm letting down my guards. Someone's stepping forward here with intention to push through any challenges that you're having. You know, and again, this could be a new person. It doesn't have to be a past person. It's not like that. It's somebody that you're currently dealing with. It looks like we are deciding to push through some sort of obstacle that we have. You know, there's a lot of love charge in this relationship here, and a divine union, which means that we both really feel some sort of future, something here that we need to resolve. We need to see where this goes. So what should you do with this? I see the Judgment card. All right. And, you know, this is where love is definitely showing up for you this week. But are you listening, and are you judging, and are you, you know, focusing a lot more on the judgments from the past, or are you judging somebody, you know, everything they say or do? So this week it's about stepping up here, the Judgment card, and just watching your judgments around the situation, watching your expectations. There could be a huge realization around how you approached a situation, how you thought, how you judged the situation, and how you reacted. This can be a very strong reactive card. It's like maybe you will realize here where, you know, something was building, but you may have gotten nervous, and you may have reacted or judged the situation out of fear, you know, because you may have gotten triggered. And this week that could be cleared up as well. You are feeling really connected with somebody and very seen. Let's see Aries through Pisces with this energy and see how that might be showing up for you. Now, I will say before I go, though, the Knight of Pentacles this week also could be other areas of your life that are coming together. If you're But the Knight of Pentacles says if you have your routine down, if you're working, you're healthy, you're doing everything, your day-to-day is going well, it looks like you could be combining schedules with somebody, trying to figure out how can we build our life together daily, how can we see each other more, and so forth. And this person coming towards you may decide that, you know, I can shift a few things in my life so that we can make it work. And if that's not happening, you know, if you don't have your life together and you have the routine, you're not using your time wisely, or you have other things you could be doing, you know, this week too could be confronting some of those things that you know need to get done. Now, Aries, I see Queen of Swords, all right? So it looks like they've been thinking a lot about the situation with the two of you, and they like what they see, and they definitely want to create something or talk about something in regards to the future of where this relationship can go. Taurus, Page of Pentacles, always showing up slowly but surely. You're building something strong. You do have the Knight of Pentacles, so it looks like things are continuing to grow and improve with the Taurus, right? They really are being sincere with you. Gemini, things could really move fast. You got a Gemini kind of cruising in, you know, maybe unexpectedly, could surprise you and wanting to talk, you know. Again, Judgment energy too here as well. Maybe they do want to clear something up with you. Cancer, beautiful energy with the Cancer. Cancer is really going through a good energy too. They're glowing up. They're really attractive. They may be just wanting to feel good. Maybe you're the first person they think about. I am seeing glowing with you and Cancer this week. So you could be falling in love, or they're falling in love with you. Leo, you know, you guys making amends or getting together, calling each other over, or just doing something that is building your relationship. Right, so things are improving between you and a Leo. And Virgo, things could be changing drastically with a Virgo. All right, so sometimes it's just time to move on. Sometimes something's ending and you got to let it go. I mean, I can't complain. I can't argue the death card. Something has to change. And in order for it to rebuild, we've got to let it go and let it do its thing. So something could be ending with a Virgo. But for some of you, if everything's fine with the Virgo, they may be going through some sort of crisis in their life that they just are not ready to express, right? So it's just a matter of time before things start to grow. Libra, Six of Cups. Libra's got love for you. They're feeling the love with you. You guys could be feeling a strong pull. This looks like, you know, being very expressive this week and telling you how they feel. Scorpio, ready to go, right? Scorpio returning or coming back, or you guys are going somewhere quickly, all right? Whatever's going on, things should seem pretty smooth for you this week because you both feel very connected. Sagittarius, you know, is all about their independency, but it does seem like they're ready to invest. They like what they see. They may even express that they want a relationship, but that they do need understanding because they work a lot. Capricorn, I see the Nine of Swords, right? So you got to release this. You've been worried about something for way too long. Something's still weighing on you. And maybe you need to say it. Maybe you need to openly say something to somebody and get something off your chest. But it does look like you're finally getting to a point where things are going to start easing up from this point on, especially with you and another Capricorn. But that could even be that you're deciding to let something go, or you're finally slowly over time, you've been realizing that it's just too much. Aquarius, I see maybe moving on from an Aquarius to making a choice to be by yourself. Maybe that feels better for you. There could be some distance between you and Aquarius. And Pisces, I am seeing a turnaround, right? So there could be unfinished business with you and a Pisces. This could be a chance for you guys to reconnect and really talk about what's valuable. This is very karmic-y with the Pisces. I love you guys. If you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments. Aquarius, May 31st through June 6th. We're looking at the most important thing manifesting for you this week. And I also look at the astrology, so it will influence this a little bit. And for your sign particularly, Something in your life is asking you to change, you know, that needs to be changed, right? In your daily life, in your everyday routine. And especially if you're trying to manifest something into your life, or you have some big goals or dreams. It gives a Knight of Pentacles energy. You know, got to take care of it, got to do it, right? And the Nine of Wands here, so the setback, tired, you know, feeling overwhelmed, maybe putting your energy in a lot of things that are not good for you. So this is about your health and wellness, actually. It's like you can't keep running on no fuel. And if you're trying to do things that just you've outgrown, it's taken too much of your energy and time. And during this, you may be stopping and fantasizing about a different life or something, or feeling better. You just want to feel better. And it starts with changing your routine and you know, being real with yourself here too. The Justice card underneath that. You already know what needs to happen. Oh, the Three of Swords. So I do feel some pain for you. This feels a lot, you know, it could be mental, emotional, physical, right? But it does feel like, you know, you're just feeling a little bit overwhelmed or sad about something or disappointed about something. And it really feels, it's going to be really strong this week, all right, with what needs to happen. Now, for some of you, it could just be, I need to go take care of my health. I need to do something. I can't keep carrying this alone. What's underneath that? Oh, the Justice card is underneath that. So what is manifesting for you this week, and how are people showing up? And I will look at Aries through Pisces. So I'm seeing the Page of Wands. You definitely have an opportunity. This is where it begins. You know, there could be some small movements. There could be some fun movements, being spontaneous, doing something active, right? This is fire energy. So it is asking you to do something that brings you joy instead of brings you pain, you have enough of that, obviously. So what is something else you can do to change something? This could be a phone call to somebody. They could tell you something. It's also flirting and it's dating. So some of you, there could be a date coming in, or somebody that really wants to do something spontaneous with you, right? And this is also you trying new things. So this week you may be called to try something with somebody, go somewhere with somebody, do something fun with somebody, especially if you're feeling worn out. And if your routine is getting to you, if some of you are just on all the time, or totally doing something or filling your time all the time, you are being asked to do something random and fun. I'm seeing the Moon card. So there's something around your environment and your emotional well-being. Right? There's a lot going on in your inner world. You might be doing a lot on the outer world, but the inner world seems to be a lot of instability, and it seems to be feeling a lot of emotions. This could have come up during the Sagittarius full moon too, as well, where a lot of you just don't see the future, don't see a possibility, don't know what to trust, don't know where things are going. And you know, this Nine of Wands energy here is also your fears kind of holding you back here. You know, this week something could be coming back around, cycling around, a pattern coming back around. You're manifesting something or someone in, but it could be also just a lot of feelings, a lot of things that are showing up for you that you know you need to fix. So be mindful that your habits, the things that you do repeatedly, social media, you know, the things you get addicted to, people, all these other things that are happening are really going to start showing up, because that full moon, that really you have a deep knowing and understanding about what needs to shift. How others are showing up for you this week is good. I see the Nine of Cups. It looks like people really happy and really love you, really love being around you. You may be really happy about the outcome of a situation with somebody. You know, even if this is work, because this can be work, this can be spiritual, this can be romantic. This energy, it just feels like a lot of things turning out better than you imagined. All right, somebody really does desire you. Somebody cares about you. And they're very present with you too as well. So it could be a lot of people in your life. You could receive a gift this week from somebody. Somebody may even show a lot of gratitude towards you for the things that you've done for them, because I can see that a lot of you are always giving yourself and doing a lot of things. And so you are kind of worn out. But there's a part of you that feels like something needs to change, and that's that moon card. Other people, I'm not seeing see that, but this could be something that or maybe they do see it, but they want to help. All right. A lot of people want to give to you this week. All right. So you may be feeling like a lot of people around you are being very, this is my buy everybody around card, so people really being supportive of you this week and giving you what you need. So if you ask, you shall receive. Doesn't feel ordinary. It feels like some people will go above and beyond too with that 9 of Cups if you need something. This could be the beginning of a relationship for some of you. If you are talking to somebody, this does indicate that things are still kind of uncertain, but you just got to kind of let things play out and see where it takes you. All right. You may be happy with the outcome. It looks like it could be the beginning of a relationship forming. Let's see your advice. You got to get things going. So the 2 of Pentacles can be you going back and forth and you keep avoiding something or doing other things or finding other things to do instead of what you need to do. It can be very overwhelming to get things started and initiate. Maybe some of you are taking on too much, but there's a way that you can do less and make more. And so there's a lot of reprioritizing or reorganizing this week. The 2 of Pentacles is taking that next step. You got to take one step at a time. If you're trying to get to this place, this new place, it's about grinding, the daily grind, and getting it to happen, making it happen. You start now, and in 6 months, where will you be? All right, so let's look at Aries through Pisces. I do see flirting, phone calls, possibility here. You got the 3 of Swords, the 9 of Cups. It could be somebody that wants to see you again, talk to you. Maybe it's been an on again, off again relationship, and maybe things are improving. So let's see Aries. I see the Ace of Wands. Aries getting ready to reach out to you. All right, they got you on their mind. Things are activated between the 2 of you. So now it's just they gotta make that move, and you have the Page here. So looks like Aries especially could be reaching out to you this week. Taurus, I'm also seeing movement. All right. Things might still, you're making progress. So things are moving, right? So just see where things are going and let it play out. If you're doing everything or it seems like everything's working, then just keep it the way it is. It's moving on its own. All right. But I do see, there could be something spontaneous, some different direction that might happen with a Taurus. Gemini, right? You and Gemini forming the basis of a relationship, right? It looks like you guys are meant for a relationship, or you both want the relationship. Cancer, you and Cancer feeling the same way, and feeling a certain way about one another. So it's inevitable that you may find yourself talking this week or getting together because you both long for each other's attention. Leo wants your attention, Knight of Wands, right? So you have a Leo coming in pretty fast here. There's a lot of chemistry, things starting to pick up, and it could go really fast. So keep that in mind with you and a Leo. Virgo, 7 of Swords. You may need to confront the truth with a Virgo. You may get some confession this week or finally see the truth of the situation. Libra is all about love, right? Libra in love with you. I would take it as it comes, see how they show up, or it looks like they may try to interact with you more this week and, make gestures, pay attention to how they show up, what they say, what they do, not what they say. Scorpio, you and Scorpio moving on forward. It looks like you guys are just kind of seeing where things take you. No rush. Sagittarius, things coming together. They're still circulating around you. So a lot going on that maybe you don't see just yet, but it looks like that closure or finally knowing where things are going. Is that Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag. Capricorn's fallen for you. So you've got them hooked. The Capricorn is It's just still continuing to grow with the Capricorn. Aquarius, same thing. You've got their attention, right? The feelings are growing. You've got somebody's attention, but also you got the Queen of Pentacles here in your energy. So this is about your health, your physical, your daily routine, your responsibilities. And that is really showing up for you too as well, making a plan. Pisces, I see the Knight of Pentacles. Pisces could be, you know, this is where we're shaking up our routine. You know, we want it to work. We got to do what it takes to make it work. We might need to make some adjustments to make it work, but we're going to make it work. It looks like Pisces putting in the effort. I love you guys. So if you enjoyed this reading, let me know in the comments. All right, Pisces, May 31st through the June 6th. We're looking at the most important manifestation that could be coming in this week. Plus, it's guided by the astrology as well. So keep that in mind. I will look at how people are showing up for you in Aries through Pisces as well. So you do possibly, this week is definitely a very romantic week for you. You could have somebody pursuing you. And, you know, this is work related to creative energy, sexual energy, love energy, and it's an Aries, Leo, Sag. So it could be somebody you're already connected to, and or somebody that you don't even know, right? It could be a new person coming into your life, but you could be somebody's person of interest, and they have been romanticizing or thinking about a future with you. This week, King of Swords, your energy this week, discernment and truth calling, truth seeking. All right, some of you, if you've been kind of feeling cold or distant, this might be a week where you want to open up a little bit because something wants to come out. You know, if you're giving off a King of Swords energy and you got some love, or, you know, somebody having feelings for you, you know, sometimes you can come across detached, distant, and cold and not realize it. So be mindful of that, because it does seem like, you know, you're ready. This is going to be a good week for you with these kings showing up. There could be a couple options for you as well. So you have availability. You have people around you, but if you're not leaving your house or not trying to connect with people, there's nothing I can do about that. You know, there are possibilities of people just popping up out of nowhere. It could be the milkman. I mean, the delivery man, the milkman. Oh my God, I just dated myself. All right. So this week, you have a lot of new experiences coming in. All right. This can be, you know, somebody here who wants to go somewhere with you, somebody coming back around, somebody coming in, you know, lots of new experiences, lots of playful experiences. So it's enjoyment, right? This is aliveness, inspiration, and feeling like yourself, feeling like you're ready just to go do something. This is free spirit. So this week, you are being asked to kind of open back up, open into this energy, and just, you know, see where life takes you. Lots of new things trying to enter your life. And this, it could just even be taking a break from life for a minute and going out and finding new things to do, just to find the beauty in your daily life. Father and son, child, you know, is prominent here. So there could be something around that this week where you may get some information around that, or they just are showing up this week, being very influential. You see the Six of Wands here. So this definitely could be something that you've been working on, and finally it's growing, or it's moving forward. You're being noticed, you're being rewarded for something. Somebody wants your attention, you're turning heads. And this is going somewhere where there's a lot of people, or going somewhere where people love to see you. Feeling seen this week, all right? Feeling noticed and feeling appreciated this week as well. And I'm also seeing this inner child of yours come out too. So letting people see this playfulness and having a, you know, and having fun and not being afraid to take on challenges this week, because it does look like you will show up as a victor. All right. It's not really a week for this King of Swords energy. You know, the King of Swords is showing up, but it's more of a week for not trying to overthink everything or trying to figure everything out. It's more of a playful week where, you know, it just is what it is. And Pisces coming back home to themselves. All right. And you just need to love freely and not even justify it. Right. Didn't I just have oh no, I didn't. I thought I had the Justice card, but you have the Three of Cups. So I am seeing somebody's got their eye on you, and I am seeing hanging out with people and having a good time this week. So finding time to have a good time. There could be somebody around you that is not being 100% honest about their feelings for you. So with everything else going on in this reading, you do have the King of Swords that says you'll see right through the bullshit. All right. So this could be someone who's pursuing you and wants to hang out with you. Like I said, wants your attention, but they're not being fully honest about it. And it could be a mask they're wearing too, or maybe they're jealous that you get a lot of attention. You know, there's a envy there. Somebody may be admiring you from a distance, and they could be jealous that you get a lot of attention. All right, but you'll be able to see through it. I feel like you'll know somebody's motives this week. What should you do with this energy? And I see the Two of Pentacles. Just take it as it comes, all right? You know, just adapt this week. There could be some changes in your schedule. There could be some changes with the way somebody's showing up. You might have to change plans, go somewhere different. Just be open to maneuvering this week, and there could be a lot going on. Playful energy coming through for you. So with that being said, let's look at Aries through Pisces and see what each zodiac sign is doing for you this week. Aries, it looks like Aries missing you, right? Being very nostalgic about you and maybe wanting your love, wanting to see you again, hoping that they haven't missed the opportunity with you. All right, they could be showing back up this week. Maybe they're the ones that are being jealous. They're kind of hanging back here, not wanting you to know how much or how much they really care about you or think about you. Taurus, things looking really good. Taurus sees you, looks very promising. You may finally find that things seem to be lightening up between you and a Taurus. Gemini, there it is, the Justice card that I was looking for. You know, it's bringing in the truth, or and bringing closure to a situation this week. Some of you may be finally faced with the truth, or dealing with the truth with a Gemini, but the scales are going to be balanced. So it means that we're either getting closure, or we know the truth about a situation and we know where things are going. I finally know what they're hiding from me. Cancer, all about fun with you. So Cancer's ready to play. Cancer's ready to date. Cancer's alive and just is giving off a great energy in this whole reading today. All right, so Cancer could be pursuing you this week. Leo could be pursuing you as well too. It looks like you've already got them hooked, you got them started, and they're about to reach out. Virgo, also wanting to get together with you. Maybe this is the first step into a relationship, or you guys are deepening your relationship. Libra, a little bit quiet here, still needing some time out. I would say give it a little bit more space. You do have these energies here where somebody just is a little overwhelmed and doesn't know what to do just yet. So it's just a matter of time. Don't let it dull your mood. Scorpio, I see the King of Pentacles. So they're being really responsible, taking a step towards you. You have 3 kings showing up now. Looks like Scorpio is one of your kings. And they really want to, you know, make things serious between the two of you. Sagittarius, an opening happening here, a conversation. Maybe they're finally going to clear the air with you or confess to you their feelings. Something's getting started. That's an invitation too. Capricorn, talking to you, making plans, maybe acting more like a friend, but wants more. Aquarius, the Magician, you both are being pulled towards each other. So something's getting started. Let the magic happen. It could even be a new, you know, somebody's taking action. Aquarius is not holding back and saying, let's go. And Pisces, 5 of Swords. This isn't the time for that. This isn't the time to stress or worry about what somebody's thinking, what somebody's doing. Should you fix? Should you justify? Should you explain yourself? This isn't that kind of energy for you. The kind of energy for you right now is a more playful one and doing your thing and going your way without justifying yourself. I love you guys. If you enjoy these readings, I enjoy your comments, and I hope to hear from you, and see you soon. Take care.